Hey there, welcome back. Today I want to share an incredible story from the Gospel of John, the healing at the Pool of Bethesda. First, let's set the scene. After a Jewish feast, Jesus headed to Jerusalem. There, near the sheep gate, was a pool called Bethesda, meaning House of Mercy. This place was surrounded by 5 porches filled with people who were blind, lame, and paralyzed, all waiting for the water to stir, hoping for healing. Amidst this crowd, there was one man who had been sick for 38 years. Jesus saw him and knew his long-standing condition. He asked the man, "Do you want to be made well?" The man answered, "Sir, I have no one to put me into the pool when the water is stirred. Someone else always steps in before me." Then came the miracle. Jesus simply said, "Rise, take up your bed and walk." Instantly the man was healed. He picked up his bed and walked. But this miracle happened on the Sabbath, a day when Jewish law prohibited work, including carrying one's bed. This led to controversy. The religious leaders told the healed man, "It's the Sabbath. You can't carry your bed." He replied, "The one who healed me told me to do it." Later, Jesus found the man in the temple and reminded him to live a life free from sin. The man then told the Jews it was Jesus who had healed him. So what can we learn from this miracle? Here are 4 profound lessons. 1. Jesus seeks us out. Even in our helplessness, Jesus comes to us. 1. Healing goes beyond the physical. Jesus cares for our spiritual well-being too. 1. Jesus challenges religious norms. He emphasizes mercy over ritual. 1. Faith in action. The man's obedience to Jesus led to his transformation. This story calls us to reflect. Are we waiting passively, or are we responding to Jesus' call to action and transformation? At Wide Awake Faith, we believe in the transformative power of Jesus to challenge cultural norms and live out authentic faith. If this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again soon. Let's delve deeper into the significance of the Pool of Bethesda. The name Bethesda means House of Mercy, and it was a place where many sought healing. The story of the healing at Bethesda is not just about physical healing, but also about spiritual awakening. Jesus' question to the man, "Do you want to be made well?" is a profound one. It challenges us to reflect on our own lives and our desire for transformation. Are we ready to embrace the change that Jesus offers? This question isn't merely about physical ailments, but touches the core of our being. It asks if we are willing to let go of our old ways, our fears, and our doubts. To be made well means to be made whole, in body, mind, and spirit. Jesus' act of healing at Bethesda was a sign of his boundless mercy and his power to renew our lives. So, let's take a moment to think. Are we ready to embrace the change and mercy that Jesus offers us today? Here at Wide Awake Faith, we encourage you to seek this transformation and live a life filled with purpose and grace. If this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again soon. To understand the full impact of this miracle, we need to look at the historical and cultural context of the time. The Sabbath was a day of rest, and the Jewish leaders had strict interpretations of what could and could not be done. Jesus' act of healing on the Sabbath was a direct challenge to these interpretations. It highlighted the importance of mercy and compassion over rigid adherence to rules. This act of defiance was a statement that the well-being of individuals is more important than ritualistic observance. Jesus was not just performing a miracle, he was making a bold statement about the essence of faith and the priorities of a life lived in alignment with God's will. The healing at Bethesda wasn't just a miracle of physical transformation, it was a lesson in divine compassion and the breaking down of barriers that held people captive to outdated traditions. In essence, Jesus was teaching that love and mercy should always take precedence over strict, lifeless adherence to rules. This was a revolutionary idea at the time, and it remains a powerful lesson for us today. Are we able to prioritize compassion and understanding over rigid rules in our own lives? Here at Wide Awake Faith, we encourage you to reflect on this profound lesson and apply it in your daily life. If this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again soon. Now let's bring this story into our own lives. How often do we find ourselves stuck in situations waiting for a miracle? Jesus' question, "Do you want to be made well?" is one we need to ask ourselves. Are we ready to take action and embrace the change that comes with healing? This story encourages us to take a step of faith, to trust in Jesus' power to transform our lives. It's a call to move from passivity to active faith, to respond to Jesus' invitation to a new life. Imagine the man at Bethesda, lying there for 38 years, waiting for someone to help him into the pool. How many of us are lying in our own Bethesda, waiting for circumstances to change, waiting for someone else to take the first step? Jesus' question challenges us to rise, to take up our own mats, and walk towards a new beginning. Reflect on your own life. What are the areas where you need healing? Are there places where you've been waiting for a miracle, but perhaps haven't yet taken the step of faith required to see it come to fruition? Jesus offers us the same invitation today. Will you take it? Here at Wide Awake Faith, we believe that each one of us has the potential to experience transformation through faith. If this message speaks to you, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining us on this journey of faith. We hope to see you again soon. As we conclude, let's consider how we can apply the lessons from this story in our daily lives. Jesus' compassion and challenge are as relevant today as they were then. We are called to seek out those in need, to offer mercy and compassion, and to challenge the norms that hinder true healing and transformation. Imagine the impact we can have if we live out these principles in our own communities. Picture a world where each of us, inspired by Jesus' example, takes steps to make a difference in the lives of others. It's not just about grand gestures, but also the small acts of kindness that can lead to profound change. Think about the people in your life who need support, encouragement, or simply someone to listen. How can you be a source of healing for them? How can you challenge societal norms that perpetuate suffering and injustice? Reflect on these questions and let them guide your actions. At Wide Awake Faith, we believe in living out these principles in our communities. We encourage you to join us in this mission. Let's be the hands and feet of Jesus, bringing hope and healing to a world in need. Like, share and subscribe to stay connected and be part of this transformative journey. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you for being with us today. We hope to see you again soon on Wide Awake Faith.